Hey Jay, what do you think of my new shirt? Pretty snazzy, huh?
What else is new? You jump on the bandwagon of another team just to con them out of a free shirt?
Well, the bus is getting ready to roll out at Chattanooga. You want to hop on?
Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Par 5, and please disregard the delusional redhead.
Oh, I'm riding the bus, baby. Nice try, boss. Man, we have a job to do, and let's start with yet another new rule change in the NCAA. Effective January 1st, players will now be able to be assisted on the course by the assistant coach. You likes the extra help?
No, I hates the extra help. First of all, something's wrong. The NCAA and I just are not agreeing lately. I don't like any of these rules. I hate this rule. I know the rich schools are going to love that there are 2 coaches allowed out there. I say it's a bunch of crap. Not every school has 2 coaches, so this is completely not fair. If the NCAA is in it to make it be an a level playing field, this is not a level playing field. If some schools can have 2 coaches and other schools that only have 1 coach, not fair.
Once again, this is just college golf.
I'm not going to listen to you.
Once again, this is college golf just showing somebody they can make the rules of everything. In college football, there's an offensive coordinator, there's a defensive coordinator. In tennis, there's the assistant coach. In track and field, there's the discus coach. So why can't the assistant coach help in golf? I understand if it's a money issue, but that's not every school's problem. If they can afford it, they should take advantage of it.
No, it's just not fair. How can you sit there and justify why it's fair for a school that has 2 coaches to let them coach, but a school that only has 1 coach, it's a disadvantage. It's completely not fair.
My school's richer than yours, richer than yours, richer than... All right, last year it was the Denver Pioneers who wore Cinderella's glass slippers to the women's championship in Daytona Beach. This year, it seems to be the Mocs of Tennessee, Chattanooga. But since when does Cinderella wear both men's and women's slippers?
First of all, quit rubbing yourself. Second of all, isn't the most popular, most famous person ever to come out of Chattanooga Terrell Owens?
T.O., baby.
But the men's team is doing great this year, ranked 7th by Golfweek, so they must be legit if they're ranked 7th by us.
Absolutely.
Jonathan Hodge Jr. is their guy. They just won at Duke a week ago. They are legit. They're a top 10 team, having played this many events. I still think in order for them to be taken seriously and take it to another level, they got to find and establish more of a 4 and 5 player. 3 good guys, 4 and 5, got to work on a little bit.
You took the men's, I'm going to take the women's. How is a program that hasn't been around for 24 years, have 3 victories already? That's not supposed to happen. Colette Murray, this coach, she's from Scotland. She's brought over some international flavor. She's kept girls who transferred over for a year. They redshirted obviously last year. But this is something that's not supposed to happen when a golf team has not played in 25 years. That's older than me. Wins 3 tournaments. That's not supposed to happen.
It's golf, Asher.
Oh, I hate that stupid answer. That's golf.
Anything can happen.
Oh, gosh.
All right, we just mentioned how the Mocs men's team is ranked 7th in the country. But, Asher, have you seen some of these other teams? Penn State ranked 14th, Indiana 18, Wichita State 21, and your boys Lamar are 12th. Which of these teams is legit?
I think there's 2 different arguments here. 1, which one's legit, and then 2, who can hold on to it based on their schedule. I think Lamar can hold on. I'm not just saying that because they're my guys and they wear red pants, but if you look at their schedule and their conference, it's not that great. Wichita State, the 127th ranked schedule in the country. You know, I can make a case for either one of those, whereas Penn State, I think, is going to play in some harder events, but I think it's all going to come down to scheduling.
Yeah, it is. I do think that the one thing, though, you mentioning that Wichita State having the 127th ranked schedule, that shows to all you haters out there that say you have to play a great schedule to be ranked high in the Golfweek rankings, put that in your pipe and smoke is what I would say.
Have you trademarked that yet?
Not yet. I think it might have been before me. 127th ranked schedule, and they're playing well. They're beating the people who are on their schedule, and that's all that you can ask them to do. But I think all those teams are legit. Yeah, it's early on. And, probably all those teams that we mentioned, Penn State, Indiana, they're probably not all going to stay as ranked as high as they are. But you're right. It'll all come out of the wash. They still got another semester. They'll play well.
And conference play. If you're in a weak conference, it's even better for you.
Absolutely. Asher, just about every team in the country has already played some golf, but where are the UCLA Bruins? They can't still be hibernating, can they? I know things are a little bit slow in L.A., but where the heck have the Bruins been?
Well, they're somewhere in L.A., probably caught in traffic. That's why Odie Vincent left Los Angeles to head to Raleigh because he didn't want to be in traffic. No. In all seriousness, look, The guys are taking advantage of their schedule. And honestly, maybe save it more for the spring when, if you got a tough schedule, which UCLA does have.
Right.
But, this team's loaded. Does it matter if they're playing now or later? Not really.
Yeah. Do you think that the new coach, Derek Freeman's afraid to go out and get that first tournament under his belt?
No, not at all.
Of course he isn't. He does have a good team. I don't think we should read too much into this. I would like to have seen them play so we sort of know what to expect. I do know that the first time they play, a boy named Philip Francis is not in their top 5. He didn't qualify to make it in their top 5. So you do know that they have good players sitting on the bench. Again, would like to have seen them get out so we kind of know what they have, but we don't. It's not that big of a deal.
2 years ago, all we could keep in the hype was Ricky Fowler, Philip Francis going to UCLA together, and all the talk was Philip Francis was the best junior in the country at the time. I don't think Fowler got the memo because Fowler won 2 amateur events, was on the Walker Cup team. Philip Francis, how's the crib notes doing in the dorm room? All right. Jay, you and I are a team, right?
If we have to be.
Well, I mean, if you weren't here, I couldn't do the show.
Right.
Anyways. Well, once again, the message boards are lighting up about the individual aspect of college golf. Is it a team sport, or do players just go for themselves?
I have no idea, Asher. It's a case-by-case basis, which is clear. I think that it's both. I think that obviously you have to, as an individual, you have to go to school, you have to prepare for each week to play the best that you can, because if that happens, that helps the team. Obviously, over the history, the last 20, 30 years, there have been some guys that have been some me, I, that have been just cancer throughout the team. So I think that if you take care of yourself and you have a good attitude, that helps with the team aspect. Again, real quick, it's one of the reasons why I hate the new NCAA change. These coaches will say, it's a team event, it's a team event, it's a team event, but by crowning the team event, they're forgetting the individual champion by crowning you after 54 holes. Not cool. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's all.
I think it's the biggest solo act performance in all of sports, and at least in college, because when you tee off, your buddy's not hitting your 7-iron.
Right.
When you're putting, you can't tag your partner in. It is without it. And also, there's teams out there, we don't have to name names, we don't have to pick teams, but there's certain teams that don't get to go to postseason, and they know they're not going to postseason, but the players know they have a future on whatever tour they'd like to play on.
Right. All right, there's the horn again, which I love to ignore, but it marks the end of another show.
Why do you ignore the horn all the time?
Same reason as I ignore you, because I can't.
Got it.
Be sure to visit Golfweek.com's message boards under your take to leave us any questions, comments, or concerns you might have about college golf.
And be sure to check out Off Campus with Lance Ringler and Around Campus on Golfweek TV for features on the Tennessee of Chattanooga women's team and East Tennessee State's men's team during the week. For Jay Coffin, I'm Asher Wildman. See you next week, and hop on the bus.